Welcome to New York Got Game.
We're back with another edition of New York Got Game. The NBA's All-Star Weekend just wrapped up, so we got ourselves a little break from the Knicks and the Nets, and we'll see how both teams are when they return to action later this week. However, it's been a bit of time since we checked in on New York high school basketball on this show, as we're now in postseason play for the high school hoopers. So, for this show, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take you back to school. Tim Kitzrow, hit him with the transition.
New York Got Game is heating up.
All right, we've had some great guests on this show already. And you know when it comes to interviews on New York Got Game, we only bring you the best. Today, we're going to talk about high school hoops, and we are going to do it with a player. Someone who is dominating right now and will look to at the next level. He's considered by many the best boys high school basketball player in New York City. He plays for Archbishop Stepinac, repping the BX to the fullest. Boogie Fland. Boogie, what's up, man?
How you doing? How you doing?
Good, man. Gotta give you some dap here.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I'm so glad to have you here coming through to talk to us about some hoops. Just how's everything been going for you, man? 5-star recruit. We're going to get more into your career, but how's everything been going for you this season?
I mean, it's been going great. You know, coming into high school, it was crazy, you know, but to be where I am today, you know, I'm just grateful and blessed, you know. That's all I can be, right?
That's all you can be? I think those are good positive vibes to have. I'm glad to have you here to talk to you about this and just everything that's going on. But I got to ask you this. In this age of social media, what has it been like for you rising through the ranks of basketball and being one of the top players, not just in the city, but in the country? Has there been pressure for you that you felt? And if so, how have you dealt with that pressure?
I mean, I feel like in this game of basketball, to be one of the best, there has to be some pressure. You know, like all the greats have dealt with it, all the Kobes, the Shaqs, LeBron, you know, and the way I deal with the pressure is by acting like there is none, you know, by just being who I am and staying true to what I do, you know, and just working hard. You know, I just feel like that's the main thing. You got to work hard. Because if you work hard, you trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, there is no pressure.
As you've been working hard, you know, and people who see you and they watch your highlights, sometimes the stuff looks effortless. Do you think people understand how much work you've put into your craft thus far?
I think they do, you know, and you see it on the court. You know, I don't try to do too much. I try to stay within the team, you know, because all in all, it's a team sport. You know, it's not 1v5. It's not the Boogie Fland show. It's us. And I'll always forever say that.
Yeah, I think one thing people should realize when you watch Boogie, you haven't watched, when you watch his game, he's very much under control. And that kind of leads me into what I wanted to talk to you about next. For the people who haven't seen your game, how would you describe what is it like to watch Boogie Fland play on the court? Like when you look at highlights of yourself, and we was doing some of that before we started. When you look at highlights of yourself and you look at your game, what is it like checking out, watching the Boogie Fland experience?
I just feel like I do everything that's necessary, whatever the coaches ask me to do. You know, I don't try to do too much. I don't try to do too less. I stay true to my strengths, you know. I pass, I shoot, but most importantly, I feel like I'm a leader. You know, I feel like last year I had leaders on my team that like helped me be a leader for this team for this team today.
And is that something that's always been important to you, like wanting to be a leader? Because that's not something you hear from all players all the time. That some players are like, hey, I want to get buckets. I want to put up 30. I want to put up 40. But you just said something like, I wanted to be a leader, and you're doing that on the court this year. Is that something you always wanted to do? Most
definitely, because I want to leave my stamp. You know, this team that I got now, we're young. We're a young core, you know, and they're going to be here next year. So just passing on my knowledge that the older guys taught me and passing it to the younger guys for them to do what I did. You know, I just feel like that's big for me because I really care for them guys. I love them guys. And, you know, just I want to see them win. Well,
look, winning. You guys are doing that this year, and that leadership has been shown because for those who don't know, Stepinac, 15-0 in league play this year in the New York AA and a 21-3 record overall. Now, the AA Archdioscesan tournament started on Sunday, and Stepinac's got a bye, so you guys don't play till Tuesday. How are you feeling heading into this tournament, and why are you confident that Stepinac can win this tourney?
I mean, I feel we're ready, you know. We had practice recently, and the practices we've been going hard, so that just makes the game more easier, you know. We know what each other can do. We've been doing it. We're 15-0. We got a great coaching staff, and, you know, we're just ready, you know. I feel like everybody on our team knows their role. They know what we could do, and, you know, we're ready to go.
I hear the confidence from you. I've heard it from your coach, Pat Massaroni. He's very confident. And I think the reason you guys are so confident is not just about the 15-0 this year, Boogie. It's also last year.
Yeah.
Because last year you guys won the intersectional city title, knocking off Cardinal Hayes at St. John's. Yeah. You had 30 that you dropped in that win. Yeah. Besides the 30, what do you remember about winning the title? And look, you got a chance to go back-to-back. So what would it mean for you to go back-to-back this year and win another city championship on your way out?
Oh, my God. That would be history. We made history going 15-0, but to win a title back-to-back, that means we're up there with the greats. You know, we could go down as the greatest team in Stepinac. Who knows, you know? But just to have that history behind us and to do it with this team is very special. Very special.
Yeah, does he care about who you play against in that final again? Do you have an opponent you want, or it doesn't matter? Just get there and get the job done?
We just want to get there, get it done, you know, have that trophy in the end.
Just having that trophy in that will be good. Look, you guys looked really happy last year, as you should be. Yeah. When you win a trophy, we saw that. You guys really balled out, and I think you have all the tools to do it again this year. Now, personally, I want to get away from Stepinac for a second. Last month, you got the notification that you were going to be named the McDonald's All-American.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you got that news? Because that's still a big deal. Like, no matter what in high school hoops, you get the call to be a McDonald's All-American. That means something.
Yeah.
How'd you feel when you got the call, and what are you looking forward to the most about playing in this year's game?
It's like one of those feelings that you really don't know how to feel. You know, it's so surreal. Like, I'm just blessed, and I'm grateful, and I thank the man above. I thank my parents. You know, I just thank everybody in my journey that has helped me get to this part, you know. There was ups and downs, but just being able to be named the McDonald's All-American, it's so surreal, like I was just saying. But to play in the game, I'm going to enjoy every moment. I'm going to enjoy just everything that comes with it, being a McDonald's All-American, to have that game on ESPN in Houston. I mean, I can't wait. You know, it's what a kid dreams of.
Nah, everybody who hoops dreams of that. You know, it's the greats of the greats. We've seen put on that McDonald's All-American jersey. Yeah. This man will do that very soon, so I can't wait to see that moment for you. When your high school career is over, and I'm sure we were talking about this before, it's gone by really quick, hasn't it? It's gone by quick, right?
You got to cherish it. You really do got to cherish it.
It goes by fast.
It goes by in the blink of an eye.
It goes by in the blink of an eye. But you're here. You're now at this tail end, and you're going to be taking your talents to play for John Calipari at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Why did you feel Kentucky, who's got a great coaching staff, shout out to my man Orlando Antigua. I got to shout him out.
Yes, sir.
Connections there. Why did you feel Kentucky was the right choice for you to play college ball, and what do you hope to accomplish at the next level? Because you seem to somebody to me that's very focused on the details and what you can do. So I know you got goals for the next level.
Oh, yeah.
What do you hope to accomplish when you go there to Kentucky?
Just doing me, you know. The one thing I say about Kentucky is you got to go in there and do you. You know, they're not going to promise you anything. If you look at the guards that they produced before me, Tyrese Maxey, Emmanuel Quickly, and those are guys that I named my game after. So just to be able to go in and, you know, just do me and work hard for everything that I've worked hard for, you know, I just feel like I'm ready to do it.
You talked about, you just mentioned Emmanuel Quickly, former Knick, Tyrese Maxey, balling with the Sixers, and guys that you patterned your game after. Did the choices of those guys you like to watch and pattern your game after, did that factor into your decision to go to Kentucky?
Not necessarily, but those guys are definitely elite. You see what they're doing in the NBA. So to just factor my game after that and then go to the same school that they went to, I mean, why wouldn't I? You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you visited Kentucky, what made you say, oh, man, this is it. This is where I have to be?
It just, like, my coaches and mentors were telling me that when you feel it, like, you'll know. Like, and when I went there, it was a different feeling from the other schools. You know, it was just like, this is where I feel at home. Like, this is where I want to be. And that's just what it was. It was home. So I just made the decision, and I'm forever grateful for it.
Yeah, and then you're going to be playing for Coach Cal. You know what he's done in terms of producing guys that go to the NBA. You just mentioned a few of those, and I'm sure, well, not sure, I know he showed a lot of interest in loving you, and you feel very comfortable with that moving forward. Here's a question, though, Boogie. When somebody as talented as yourself, and you're in this position where many people consider you the best young baller out in New York City, comes out of this city, so much of the talk around that player is a question of, can he eventually get to the NBA? Can he play in the league? Is playing in the league a goal of yours, and what would it mean for you to accomplish that goal?
It's most definitely a goal. That's the main goal, you know, and to accomplish it, I mean, it's a dream come true, you know. There's some things that I've done in my life to this day that I'll say is a dream come true, but that's the ultimate dream, you know. Every kid's dream growing up that wants to be a basketball player is to make it to the NBA. And if I were to make it, I mean, just thank everybody that was in my journey, thank God. Oh, it's a blessing. It'll be a blessing.
Yeah, I could almost. I'm watching you, and I could see you thinking about it. And I always, whenever I watch the draft, right, the NBA draft, that is, you see guys get so emotional when they cross that stage, right? And I almost could see you like you're thinking ahead to that. You know, you see them with their families. You see that. Do you let your mind wander to that at all? Because it is a long-term goal. I know you have shorter-term goals that we talked about, but do you let your mind wander to that at all?
I do.
Is that healthy for you?
Yeah. My mom, she always is emotional, you know, that's my heart, you know, I love her so much. But just senior night recently and my commitment, you know, she can't hold it together, you know, she gets a little emotional. So I just know if I make it to the NBA and I walk through that stage, when I come down, I know I need to hug my mom.
Oh, you better. Oh, she's going to come get you. That's for sure. You better definitely do that. Speaking of the NBA, if any, what team did you grow up rooting for? And that's part one of this question. And who do you enjoy watching in the league right now?
All right, so I'm gonna let you know as a little inside stuff. So
all right, here we go.
I wear number 1 because of Derrick Rose.
Okay.
You know, his MVP season, and just I had a Wii, and it was like 2K9 or something like that, and I used to always pick the Bulls. So growing up, it was the Bulls and Derrick Rose. And then over time, LeBron and the Lakers and, you know, Cavaliers. So I'm just a LeBron fan. I'll just end it like that.
So you're a big LeBron fan.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose, huge inspiration.
John Morant, Emmanuel Quickly, Tyrese Maxey, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yep.
Shout out to him.
SGA, playing at MVP level right now.
Oh, my God, yes.
So when you're watching hoops, you're watching all these guys.
Yeah.
Some of those guys you just mentioned, you've mentioned Quickly and Maxey.
Yeah.
LeBron, Ja, have you taken things from their game? What have you liked about their games that you've taken and incorporated in yours? I
mean, they're guards, you know, they play the game so free, you know, like Emmanuel, he's fast, quick, you know, Tyrese, same thing, they could shoot it. I mean, if you don't take something from the game, you're doing something wrong. That's just what I would say, because the game is developing, it's evolving, and you got to evolve with the game. You got to always expand your bag. That's what I like to say, expand your bag, work hard. You know, just do everything that you're supposed to do so when a challenge comes, you know how to face it.
Yeah, and I think you always expand, like you said, I love that, expand your bag. You got to do that in whatever you do. It's so important. I wanted to ask you about some stuff with NIL, because yourself, Ian Jackson, a.k.a. Captain Jack, in New York, you guys have kind of been the face of name, image, and likeness deals for hoopers here in the Big Apple. How has the opportunity for you been for yourself and your family to profit off of NIL deals? And do you believe that NIL deals are good or bad for young athletes? Well,
for my family, I'll say it was a blessing. You know, just being able to get paid for the hard work that I've been putting in and that we've been putting in with me. You know, I just feel like it's a gift and a curse in a way. You know, it's good because you get paid for working hard, but it's also bad because it takes eyes off the prize. You know what I mean? I feel like for young hoopers, it is good. But like I said, it doesn't, like, you get too complacent at a point and you take your eyes from what you've been doing. Like, working hard, that's the main thing. Staying in the gym, that's the main thing. Everything else that comes with it, that's after. That's after you've done what you, like, keep the main thing the main thing. That's what I would like to say, you know?
Yeah.
And just keep working hard.
Keeping the main thing the main thing. That's something I definitely always agree and believe in. Was there ever a point, because you just were very honest about that and saying that it can be a challenge for young hoopers. What advice would you give to, like, the next generation of hoopers, or the person who's the next you coming through NYC that might have the experience with endorsements, NIL deals? Is there any advice you would give them so that they can keep the main thing the main thing?
Yeah, I mean, just stay focused and stay to who you are. Don't let the money change you. You know, once you let the money change you, that's when problems start occurring. That's when things start going off track. And that's when adversity starts to hit. And you got to be able to take yourself out of that and be able to get back to what you've been doing. That's why you keep a routine. So when stuff do occur, you come right back to that routine, and it keeps you right back on track that you left off.
Man, I love your focus, man. I love the focus. I like the people who are hearing this and seeing this. Last thing for me before I let you get out of here, and I appreciate your time so much, Boogie.
Yes, sir.
You've been hooping for a while, and you've been rising towards your dreams. We just talked about some of your long-term goals, getting to the NBA. There's always a conversation here in New York about who's the best basketball player to come out of NYC. Where do you think your name belongs in that conversation? And what do you want your basketball legacy to be as a player coming out of NYC?
Well, right now, I probably want to save that first question till after.
We're going to pause on that one?
We're going to pause it till after the championship. Hopefully we make it there.
Okay.
But we're going to pause till after the championship. Hopefully we get the dub. But I want my legacy to be my legacy, you know. I don't want to be compared to anybody, you know. I want it to be like, you know, me, Boogie Fland, you know, that's the Bronx, Stepinac, you know. I want everybody to look at me and, you know, look at inspiration, you know. Take advice from me, take what I've done and try to do it for yourself, you know. Don't try to do it for anybody else, you know. Just go out there, hoop, have fun, live your life, smile. You know, I feel like a lot of people, you know, you just gotta smile, you know, you gotta be happy. You know, we all live once, you know. Just enjoy life, man.
I like it. You got to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Something else, like you said, you're right about what you're saying. Wait till after you finish the season.
Let's wait till after that.
Because I see what you did there.
Yeah.
If you have a little bit of extra hardware, it puts you in a different stratosphere, right? Like it puts you in a different group of guys.
So that's why I want to wait till after the city championship just to see, you know.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna text you after the city championship and what happens. I'm gonna be like, Boogie, where do you think you rank then? We'll share the answer with the people.
All right, that sounds like a plan. I like that plan.
So I love this, man. You feel confident. You're great. I just want to say salute to you because you have been doing a great job, not just balling on the court, but I think also the level-headedness that I've watched you on the court is just here in this interview.
I owe it all to my parents, my mentors, everybody that played the role. So it wasn't just me. You know, I wouldn't have done this without them. So
you got good people around you, and I think it's beautiful that you acknowledge that too. You have great people around you, and I'm wishing you continued blessings and you continue do good things. I really have to say thank you.
Thank you
for coming up here on New York Got Game. I don't know if you know this. I have to let people know you're the first athlete to come on the show. So it's history. I like you. The first athlete to come on the show.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it. And I think it means something to me as somebody who covered a lot of high school hoops.
It means something to me. This is an accomplishment.
Oh, yeah, well, thank you. That makes thank you, man. I appreciate that. But like I said, man, salute to you. I'm wishing you all the best at the next level. Tell Orlando not to work you too hard. I don't think he will. And we'll see if you can win that city championship.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, guys.
No, it's a great job. That is Boogie Fland. See what he's doing with Stepinac. We will see what they do in the next couple of weeks if they add another city championship. And then everybody can watch him dominate the SEC at Kentucky. Boogie, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. BBN, baby.
There we go.
New York Got Game is on fire.
The Knicks and Nets, they are back in action on Thursday against Atlantic Division rivals. The Knicks, they will visit the Sixers, while the Nets, they visit the Raptors as both teams start the home stretch of the NBA season. Special thanks to my guest on this episode, Boogie Fland. Appreciate you coming through. Also, thank you to my editor, Antonio Oliveros-Nicole, producer Lee Insler, and director Joe Masali. I'm Dexter Henry. We'll catch you next time on New York Got Game.
And thanks for watching New York Got Game. Boom shakalaka.